Did I read my 2023 anticipated releases? Let's find out. Hi everyone, it is Talia and I'm back with another video. I also had like an ugly Christmas sweater party at work today, so I did my hair, got my earrings, and I have my meowy Christmas sweater on because I couldn't find my manatee one. I think it's in storage. So, and I wasn't changing because if I'm getting changed, it's to take my bra off, and I'm not doing a video like that. So anyways, so I wanted to talk about whether or not I have read the books I mentioned in my most anticipated books or like anticipated releases for 2023. If you hear any noise, it is probably the cats eating or using their litter boxes. I'm not going to stop them from doing those things. So yes, every year I do an anticipated releases video, and I regularly don't read all of those books. So I was just curious, looking back on 2023, how I did. So I think these are in release order, so we'll see what happened. 2023 was also a year for me. I ended up really like not reading a ton for a while. I'm still not reading a lot, but I'm slowly reading a little bit more. Pretty sure this one's not going to be the best. We'll see. So the first one was Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. And I have not read this. I didn't buy it or anything. I've actually not heard a ton about it. I think Kayla from Books and Lala mentioned it in a video recently, but I'm not even sure she's read it. I think it was just like a Buzzwordathon recommendation. And I will tell you, I may at some point read this. If I do, it'll probably be from my library. I'm just not into YA contemporary that much anymore. And so I just feel like this is not a priority for me. I will probably read Talia Hibbert again. I've read a couple of her. I've read 2 of the Brown sisters books. And I know she has some older stuff that I think Chandler has mentioned, maybe. Maybe Jessica from Peace Love Books, maybe both of them, that sound interesting. So I do plan on picking up more of her adult romance at some point, but I'm not sure this will be high on my list. Next is Love Theoretically by Hazelwood, which I did end up reading. I bought this with an Audible credit and listened to the audiobook. I think I gave it 4 stars, maybe 5, and it ended up being probably my favorite Hazelwood, I think. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Next is Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I did not pick this up, did not read it. For whatever reason, I can't even explain it to you. I have zero desire to read a Tessa Bailey book right now. There's literally no explanation for it. I don't know if like I have just seen so many of her books like at the store, like they're all over my freaking Walmart, and I'm like, are these all reissues? Or like, is she just writing this many books? Like, I feel like I have like, I don't even know what the term is. I've just been exposed to them so much that I have no desire to read them. And while I enjoyed the 2, I've read a couple Tessa Bailey, more than 2, because I read the, It Happened One Summer, and then whatever the next book in that, but I read 2 books previously, like Fix Her Up or whatever, like those ones and everything, and I've enjoyed them all. They were like 3 or 4 stars, so I don't know, I'm just like not drawn to Tessa Bailey right now. Next is Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson, which I did buy and I did read. It was a little novella taking place after what is that book called? Sorcery of Thorns. And I think I gave this 4 stars. I think I would have enjoyed it more if I had read Sorcery of Thorns first, like reread it. And that just didn't happen. I do want to do a reread of Sorcery of Thorns. This was just like a fun novella. I'm not sure if she's planning on writing more in this like world now. I feel like this novella kind of set up the potential for that, but isn't necessary. If she does, I will gladly read it. I've enjoyed everything that she has written so far. Although I would like more standalones in the world, so please do that, Margaret Rogerson. Next is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I ended up not picking this up. This is another one that I will probably read at some point. Again, I might just pick it up from my library, and I believe this is going to be like a duology, so I'm guessing the second one comes out this year, so maybe I'll just wait until that's done. Next is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I've still not read another Emily Henry book after Beach Read, and I believe I put one on my her 2024 release. I think is on my anticipated releases for 2024, and that is the first one that sounds like I am the most interested in. So I don't know. I did ask for all of the current Emily Henry books for Christmas, so if I get them, I will read them. If I don't, maybe I'll get them from the library at some point. Has anybody listened to Emily Henry on audio? Are the audiobooks good? Because I might go that way, and I've been reading a lot more on audio lately. Next is, this is a weird one. So this is A Bit of Earth by, I cannot read my handwriting. Hold on, let me see if I can. I'll probably still butcher the name, but at least it'll be better than whatever this scribbled nonsense is. Karuna Riazi, which this is a middle grade. It looks like, I'm not sure if it actually is fantasy or fantasy like inspired, and this is supposed to be a retelling of The Secret Garden. I have not read this, however, I'm currently reading, as of right now, it is December 19th. I'm currently reading The Graham Effect by Elle Kennedy, and when this is done, the next book on my list is A Bit of Earth, and I do plan on finishing it before the end of the year, because I am doing a Smash or Trash video for The Secret Garden. So yes, I did buy this, I pre-ordered it, and I 100% plan to have it read before the end of the year. Hopefully I enjoy it. I don't read a ton of middle grade, but I am a sucker for The Secret Garden, and it looks like it'll be up my alley, so excited. Next is Lassiter by J.R. Ward, which I have not read, and I think I said this in that video. I wasn't sure. I saw this in my Walmart the other day, and I almost bought it, even though I'm trying to like not spend money. That's why I keep talking about the library. I'm really going to try to use my library next year, like my physical library especially. So I do use my local library through Hoopla a lot, and then I use the New York City Public Library. As a New York State resident, I'm allowed to use their library. I mean, you can use their physical library if you're near the city, or if I was in the city, but I'm not. I'm like 8 hours away. But I do use their digital and audiobook catalog pretty regularly. So yes, but I do want to start using my physical library here in Rochester again in the new year, just as I try to save money, because I'm trying to move and I'm trying to buy a house and everything, because I got 2 hooligans to care for now, you know, and this library is too big. Oh, sorry, you can see a gate I have for the hooligans. Anyways, so yes, I did not buy it because I am a responsible adult. And I said I wasn't sure if I was going to read this. I wanted to read it because I want Lassiter's story, but I had stopped reading the Black Dagger Brotherhood books because I just wasn't loving the characters, and I feel like because they have interconnected stories that I would need to. So I don't know. I don't think in 2024 I'm going to prioritize getting caught up in this because I have a lot of plans for 2024 and a lot of books I would like to read. I would really like to cut down on the number of books on my physical TBR. So, but maybe in 2025, I will hopefully go through like my library, get caught up, and then just read Lassiter because I would really like his story. And then the last 2 are Katee Robert books. So they are Radiant Sin and then Cruel Seduction. These are the 2 books in the Dark Olympus series that came out this year. And I did in fact read both of these. So Radiant Sin, I think I ended up giving 4 stars. Hold on, these books are blurring together in my head. Yes, I gave it 4 stars. And that was Cassandra and Apollo's story. For me, that one was a bit slow, but it picked up and it ended up being a pretty decent 4-star read. And then Cruel Seduction was the most recent one and is the one I liked the least. I think I gave it 3. Oh no, I gave it 2 stars. Ooh, Holly, you were. And this one was Aphrodite, Hephaestus, Pandora, and Adonis. And I just did not like this. I found it kind of boring and it just did not work for me. So yes, I'm still here for this series, and I think I talked about the next 2 books in my anticipated books for 2024. So even though I didn't love Cruel Seduction, I think I said in there I haven't loved the poly romances in this series for some reason. Ooh, are we having a fight? It was dramatic, Franny. So I don't know why in particular those didn't work for me. Although, like I said, Radiant Sin, that was also a little slow for a while. So I don't know, maybe the series just isn't going where I need it to go, but I think we're going to start expanding the world and going to like new characters and like different political affiliations and stuff, and so maybe that'll spice things up and make it a little bit more interesting. So yes, so how many did I have in here? So there was 10 books and I read, okay, we're gonna say 5 because we're gonna say A Bit of Earth gets completed by the end of the year, so that means 50%. I feel like that's not awful, and I'm sure when I made this list I knew Happy Place by Emily Henry was not gonna get read. But yeah, so I don't think that's a horrible like ratio. I don't know. So we'll see. Let's see if I do any better in 2024.